guys, so it definitely has been long time no see for me, but I've had a lot of stuff happen in my personal life that's just stopped me from wanting to be creative and film and edit, even though I did slowly start to get back into editing in the last couple of weeks. I haven't really like said this publicly, like my friends know, but it's just something that was just like so shocking that I haven't really been able to like talk about it. But last month my cousin actually passed away very suddenly, and I found out actually on the last night of being in Brisbane for the Brisbane events. So I just like, I had to find out. I couldn't fly home until the next day. Being with my family during this time, like it was just like, because we were also floored that this had happened. Like, it was such a shocking thing. Like, my cousin was only 40 years old. We just couldn't believe it, and we had to wait for them to kind of find out what happened. Then we could have her funeral service, because my cousin was actually a councilwoman for Newcastle Council, so she was very well known, very beloved. She'd been to do different things in Parliament and had been to Canberra. Like, she'd been a very vocal part of things, and she was also a member of the Greens Party. And basically we had also a very public, very massive memorial for her in Newcastle as well. And I just feel like a lot of things have also been like really going wrong for me at the moment. My grandmother's cancer has come back and she's having to go through some more severe chemo. Like, a thing that's definitely not on the same level, but one of my hard drives corrupted and I lost all of my booktube footage from the last 10 years. I saved a little bit of it because I was in the process of transferring to a newer, better hard drive. So that was the first thing that happened that really upset me, but then I just felt like things just kept layering on top. And that's pretty much while I've been like, you know, you might have noticed me on Instagram posting and maybe on TikToks, but everything that's been posted has been pre-filmed. It's very much one of those, all these things that happened before and all these things that happened after. And, you know, I'm still coming to terms with this new reality of knowing that she's not here anymore. And I know that for me, like, my creativity just dried up. Like, there's still so many projects sitting around my house that I'm like, oh, like, it just doesn't feel right dealing with them now. But I'm slowly trying to get back into filming current videos, because I know that over the next couple of months, you're going to see videos that I filmed years ago, months ago, weeks ago. There's going to be a lot of inconsistency with timing, but it's like I had the best ideas of filming these things and then I don't actually end up getting to them, and I'm making this intro so long-winded and sad, but it's just so you know what's been happening with me. Like, it's not a secret. Like, these are things that I'm not going to hide. Like, they're just very real, very grieving issues that I'm having to go through, and it's just been such a hard time. But I am so happy that I have all of my friends supporting me and my family. It's not like saying we're going to get through it, but I just know that we're all together and it just makes me very happy. But I am finally filming to do the mid-year book freakout, because this is the tag that I was like, oh shit, I need to make this. Because, you know, you just think about things when you're sad and you're like, shit, there's a time limit on this tag because you got to do it at the 6-month mark, and I am in July. I'm doing it. It's happening. So I am going to do this tag, and I do it every year. It's one that I have never not done. And I just think it's great for a little half-year wrap-up, and you get to talk about things and books that you've read. And you know what? Let's just like get the intro, and then we'll be all happy times talking about books. So for 2025, I've read 23 books so far, and I think that's good, because last year I only read like 34 books in the whole year, so 23 in the first 6 months, because I haven't actually finished a book since Sad Times. So like, hopefully I will catch up soon, but basically I'm pretty happy with that. And like, I've read some good books, so like, I feel like the tag is going to be like pretty filled out, which I'm happy about. So question number 1 is best book you've read so far this year, and I'm actually going to say Revive Me by Nikki Castle, which is like, you know, when I was thinking about it, there was another book that I was like, this should be the first book, but like, actually this is a new book that I've read, and I actually got sent The Arc by Chasing Books PR, and I just loved it. Like, I devoured this book. I'm reading it on my phone and I'm just like scrolling so hard because I just needed to know where it was going to go, and I just enjoyed it so much because like, it's a romance but not really. So Roman was an MMA fighter, but he got injured in like the biggest match of his whole career, and then he ended up in a wheelchair, and because he isn't able to move around, he isn't able to box, he isn't able to do anything, he just becomes a shell of himself because there's no point, because he can't do what he wants to do. So he doesn't try to heal, and he doesn't try to make himself better. But then we have Liliana, who is a physical therapist, and she gets assigned Roman, and basically she kind of has to try and bring him back to life, because the thing is he can walk, he just needs to take the time to get his body back to the position where he's able to walk. So she's there to try and bring him back to life and get him to like want to do things and see things in a different way. But the interesting thing is 2 years before, they actually met each other and almost hooked up, and they had an instant connection, and then never saw each other again. It's a very interesting story because it does delve into so much sadness and pain, because he just feels like he's not enough anymore. But I loved it. The romance, I thought the romance is good, but as I said, it's not the main focal part. Like, I love so much that this is a book about healing, and I loved it so much. And the best thing is I got to meet her at Babe. Like, I read the arc and then I realized this author was coming, so I bought the book, and she said, "Abby, you're my hope." And I even messaged her on Instagram to be like, "Are you gonna have copies?" And we talked, and then I got to talk to her about like coming to Australia, and it was just great. But I just had so much fun with this book. Like, it was a sad time, but I enjoyed it. So number 2 is best sequel you've read so far this year, and this is the one that could be my favorite book of the year, but it just makes sense having it in the sequel option because it was a good sequel. Iron Flame was a struggle. I could not even, like, it took so long to get through that book, and I was like, is there hope for this series anymore, because that was so fucking boring. But this book, even though it was like adventures of like trying to find things, you know, going to different places, and it was like felt like an adventure story, or like not a choose your own story, but you know, like there was a lot of journeying, but the characters were good, there was a lot more development, there was conversations to be had. I'm keen for the next book. I have a lot of questions, but I'm trying not to think about it because it's going to be a while, because Rebecca Yarros is taking a break from the series because she wants to write her contemporaries for the moment, and people just, that's not good enough, you know, for like a lot of people on the internet. Like, let the girl stew on the story, or it's going to be crap. Like, I feel like Sarah J Maas rushed the third Crescent City book and then changed it, and it just was not a good time for anyone. We want the story to stew so that it's worth the reward of waiting. That's what we want. Okay, number 3 is new release you haven't read yet but want to, and honestly I am blanking because I'm like, what has come out this year? Because like, I have been buying books, but I haven't been thinking about things that have been released. Like, I have lots of things that I bought at Babe that are probably new releases. Like, there's things here, like, you know, other new releases, there's just things, there's a lot of contemporaries, but I can't think of the specific books, and I'm like, god damn, I haven't read that yet, because I'm just trying to get through my current reads and then maybe pick up some books from Rare, but nothing's really a new release, and I just can't think right now. It's a struggle. Question number 4 is most anticipated release for the second half of the year, and I'm so excited. The Things That Gods Break by Abigail Owen. Like, the game that Gods Play was like, had me in a chokehold. It was such a good book. I need to know, because we left on a really bad cliffhanger, and I've been aching to know what we're gonna do here. There's a trope that I freaking hate, and I feel like that's what we're gonna be living in, but then the reward of, like, I'm so excited. Like, I think it's gonna be so good, and I just cannot wait for it to come out. And I just, oh, like, I haven't been this excited about like a book series since like Fourth Wing came out, and that's not like that long ago, but you know, you always think what's gonna be the next big thing, like what's gonna get me hooked. This series did that, and I cannot wait. And why did I read the first one? Like, now I have all this waiting, even though it's good because then you can get spoiled, but I'm so excited. Number 5 is Biggest Disappointment, and I'm going to say A Curse of Crows by Lauren Degdrews. This was just boring, and I didn't care about anything they're having in the story. And you know what, there's these 2 alternating timelines, and they're set years apart, and I thought something really cool was going to happen with that, and then nothing did because it was dumb. The book ended mid-scene. That was dumb. And like, this whole idea of like, ooh, I have magical powers and I'm so special and blah blah blah, like, I didn't like it, but I did love having the discussion for book club because no one liked it. But it's just one of those things that I'm like, oh my god, will not be reading the sequel. I'm keeping it because it is got my little stamp, you know, and I have, because it's a memory, right? It's a memory. This is my book club shelf. Like, I emptied it literally so I can put my book club reads in order. It makes me happy. But like, this book was a bit shy. Number 6 is Biggest Surprise, and I'm gonna say Wolf Girl by Leah Stone. I just had fun, man. Like, it was just an easy novel. Like, you didn't have to really think about it, but it was giving like 2010 YAs, but it was so campy. And like, you know, you don't go into it expecting a lot, but it was just fun, and I really liked the romance. And there is a vlog being filmed, but I want to do the whole series, and I've only read the first 2 books, so you will eventually get my thoughts. I haven't even filmed a wrap up for like the other months of this year yet, but I liked it. I like the fact that it's werewolves, and like, you know, it's kind of like the Bachelorette, even though he's in love with her the most, because that's always the story. Like, the selection did the exact same thing, but it's just fun. Like, I'm surprised by how much I enjoyed this book. The number 7 is New Favorite Author. I have to say Nikki Castle, and it's just so special again that I got to meet her, but I really want to read her other boxing series because it's called like 5 rounds, and there's 5 books in the series, and I would really like to read them. It's probably a good thing that I didn't buy the books at Babe though, because I would have had absolutely no more room, but I want to read more. And I am excited for when that actually happens. Number 8 is Newest Fictional Crush, and I like struggled because there isn't a lot of men that I've really like felt the love for this year, but I am going to say Blackwell from Phantasma. Like, I just enjoyed him. Like, who doesn't love a shadow daddy? And like, I liked his interactions with our girl Ophelia. Like, it was just fun, and I just think he's a great character. Like, there's a blueprint of characters I like, and he fits in the blueprint. So it's not a hard decision for me to like him, but I really did enjoy this book. It was fun. And I have not read the sequel yet, but I would like to at some point. Number 9 is Newest Favorite Character, and again, I struggle because I'm like, who did I like this year? Like, I liked my books, but a lot of them are books that I've read in other years, so it doesn't count, but I'm going to say Joan from Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I just liked her character and how real she felt. So she's an astrophysicist for NASA, and she's just really cool, and like, you know, she's got a lot of stuff happening with her family. Like, the romance is great, but like, she cares about her job so much, and just like the way she looks at space and what she thinks and feels about it, I just really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed her, and she's great in an under pressure situation, so like, that's a good basis for a good character. Number 10 is Book That Made You Happy, and I finally read Lore Olympus Volume 7, and I also read Volume 8. Wrap-ups will be coming, but these books make me so happy, even though the 9th one made me sad because a thing happened, and I was like, oh my god. And now I'm like anxiously waiting for 9. I need it. And it doesn't come out till December, but I need it. So I love Hades and Persephone. I love a lot of the side characters too, but I just love the super romance. It's so cute. Like, I could put these in favorite character and fictional character easily, but it's because I've read the series before this year. It just feels like I can't. I love them so much, and it makes me so happy, and I just will always love this series. Now, number 11, Book That Made You Cry. I have 2 options because I'm always going to mention things when I cry, because it's only been a new thing since last year that I've started crying in books. It's amazing. It's happened 3 times. It's like unheard of for me. So, Onyx Storm. You know the scene, right? You know, I was sobbing. It's even in my vlog. Like, I actually had to stop reading because I was sobbing so hard that my head hurt. I couldn't see. I've never experienced that before. I was amazed because like Crescent City, when I cried, I was like not actively sobbing. It was like a bit of a tear. This was like, like I was so shocked. And I'm actually scared for the rest of the series because what if I like sob so hard in book 4 that I like crack a rib or something? Like, it's possible. And Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, I have to admit, like, I was just like under a lot of pressure reading this book, and like the emotions were just coming out in the last part of that audiobook because I was like, just everything was just like coming down in the story, and I was like, oh my god. And I just, whew, it was a time. I haven't cried in an audiobook before. Like, I got close with The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but like nothing came out. But like, oh, it was a ride, this book. Like, I highly recommend it because it was such a fun time. I could not believe how much I was crying, and thankfully it was on the way home from work, not the way to work. And number 12 for the most beautiful books I've bought or received so far this year. It's hard because I got a lot of pretty things at Babe, but I feel like ultimately I'm just gonna have to say the Bride books because, like, yes, they're little, but they're just so pretty. Like, I love the silvers, and these covers are just so pretty. Like, I love this one. Like, I think honestly I'm going to read The Maiden first, because there's a quiz that you did online to tell you which, come on focus, but there was a quiz online to tell you which book you should read first based on who you're most like, and I got The Maiden. And then we have The Huntress. Will you focus? Like, they are absolutely so pretty. And I've showed you the under, like if you want to see my Babe book haul, I talk about these a lot. But they're just so pretty and so unique in their size. I don't know when I'm going to read them, but it does make me sad that they're not on Goodreads. So like I read them and that doesn't even count to my Goodreads goal. Like, why are they not? Because like A.K. Mulford's like Elemental Gods books, they're there. They are not on there either. And I'm like, I've never experienced not having a book on Goodreads so that I can track it. It makes me really sad. Okay, that is it for the book tag. Sorry that the second half was like a bit fast forward, because I realized I really need to leave to go to the cinema and I need to leave in the next 3 minutes. So that's why you started to get rapid fire. But I hope you enjoyed the tag. Thanks for watching, and I guess hopefully I will start being a bit more with the editing and the filming, because mainly too I finally did edit my last travel vlog for my Europe tour, so I should be able to focus solely on the book channel for a while until my next trip, which is in like a month and a half. But then it's fine, like we'll see how much I get done in the month and a half, which is so exciting. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.